Hi everyone. We are here to present you our latest decision support system called Property Investor. This system is especially useful for individual investors as it helps users to find a purchasing price for an incoming producing property and also facilitate evaluation of exit strategy when users want to resell the property in the future. When you open the system, you first come to this menu sheet with all the navigation bars on the left. First, let's click User Inputs. So the file opens to Input Sheets, which is broken into 3 sections. The user begins by inputting relevant information of the property. Let's say the rental income is $20 per square foot and has an area of 1 million square feet. The vacancy rate is 0.1 and we have a 0.08 operation expense ratio. So all this information can be easily acquired from broker. However, for cap rate, this is not easily available. So we prepared a cap rate calculator to guide you through the process. Now we see a user pop-up form. First, you pick a location, let's say Buckhead. What this message box tells you is that only properties in the multifamily, office, and retail sectors are located at this location, and this prevents users from misinputting irrelevant information. Let's choose office, and the quality will be Class A. We hit click, and then it comes up with the cap rate. It's 7.6 for this case. With all this information, the system is ready to give you the suggestion. All you need to do is click Price Suggestion, and the price will be returned in the little text box. It's $215 million. Now let's proceed to the sensitivity analysis. The first thing you need to do is hit the Setup Summary button so that all the information will be updated in this information summary table. Here we want to see how the rental income and total expense ratio change will affect our final price strategy. Now let's hit Sensitivity Analysis button so that the decision support system will perform the sensitivity analysis and return with this two-way data table. It takes a while. As you can see, your property is located at the center of the table, and the most expensive property are at the upper right of the table. At the lowest spectrum, we have a property that has $172 million with a rental income of $17 and an expense ratio as high as 23.5%. So you can clear all the data and start inputting new set of data by clear the table and click the Clear All button. As mentioned earlier, another function of our support system is to evaluate the exit strategy. So let's go to the simulation page and have a look at it. So this sheet is again divided into 3 parts. First, we need to obtain the relevant growth rate and discount rate so as to perform the discounted cash flow analysis on our property. Again, we have a tool that will guide you through the process. So we hit this button. Now we enter a brand new page with 2 graphs on it. Let's first look at the first one called discount rate. All you need to do is to indicate the beginning period and the ending period. For example, I want to see from 1991 to 2012. As you can see, the window of the table has been adjusted according to your inputs, and all the data are required from the website. Let's do the same thing for the second graph. Still, I'm interested in 1991 to 2012 period. As you can see, the average R and average G or return on these two text boxes. With the information of G and R, we are ready to perform simulation analysis. Let's go back to the simulation page and let's input what's your target resale price and your holding period. For example, I want to resell my property in 3 years. And I want to set the resale price at the same level of my purchase price, which is $215 million. So now let's start simulation. The first thing you need to do is to refresh the simulation. Secondly, you click this record data button. Every time you hit it, the system will do 100 simulations and return with the average break-even resale price as well as the probability of losing money for this 100 iteration. You probably want to go back and input another strategy, let's say holding period 10 years and a resale price of $150 million. Again, you go through all the same process, you refresh the simulation and you record the data. So now we can see that by comparing your target resale price with our benchmark average break-even price, as well as the probability of losing money, we can get an idea on whether our strategy is good or not, and whether you should raise your resale price or to lower it. You can go back and change your policy and record the data again. Or you may want to clear the table, input a new pair of strategy, say 11 years, and a resale price of $170 million, and then you record the data and build a new sheet from scratch. So finally, our system provides an appendix for users to explore the relative rate of return of properties and compare it to other investments such as corporate bonds and common stock. So let's look at the first graph. Again, you indicate the beginning and the ending period, let's say from 1990 to 1991. As you can see, for this period of time, the property return constantly outperformed that of the corporate bonds. And let's move to the second graph and let's input, say, 1990 to 2008. What we read from this graph is that the rate of return on real estate is more stable than that of common stock. By looking at these two graphs, it justifies the attractiveness of investing in real estate properties. Now we can click the main sheet and go back to the menu page. Thank you for using the system.